to my channel Sun of Stars. Welcome to today's reading. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia. Welcome. Welcome to today's reading. As you can tell, or for those who already are familiar with my channel, the setup is a little bit different. For some reason, my intuition has been guiding me to sensual readings. So today's reading is going to be all about what makes you so seductive, okay? What is your seductive energy all about? What makes you a seductress or a seducer, okay? So in today's reading, I want to connect with the sensuality, with your truest form of sensuality, and when you are in your sensual and sexual power. How would a lover describe the energy that they get from you? You could imagine when somebody comes in contact with you, when they kiss you, or when they are falling in love with you, or when you are becoming intimate with somebody. So today is going to be a very sensual reading where my intention is to connect you back to your body, connect you back to your sensual and sexual seductive energy, okay? Reading is also in honor of your beauty, because I feel like we're so quick to point out our flaws, or society is really like, you know, influencing us in a way where we are hyper aware of our flaws. And I feel like, because I'm doing this reading because I want to make you feel your own beauty, want to make you feel your own magical energy, like that you come in contact with your own beautiful energy from an outside perspective. Because again, we get bombarded with like becoming a better version and doing things and getting better skin and all of that, which is beautiful. That is always beautiful to progress and, you know, become a better version of ourselves. But I feel like we are so hyper aware of our flaws that we sometimes forget how beautiful we are. You know, it's almost as if like every person is like a unique flower, metaphorically speaking, but it's almost as if we don't give our own flower water because we don't appreciate our own beauty. So I want to make you aware of your own beauty, your sexual energy, so that you don't always think that there's so much to change about you, or there's so much that you have to become in order to be perceived as beautiful. You know, there is like what I would describe as beauty as a person's energy. That's the most beautiful thing. And if you think about how kind, sweet, compassionate, creative your soul is, that means that your body is filled with an energy, with an essence that is magnetic and magnificent, you know. And that's where the beauty starts. When people come in contact with your energy, that's when the beauty starts. And a soft skin or nice lips or long hair is just a byproduct. But first of all, it is energy that is beautiful. Okay, so again, this is in honor of your beauty, in honor of your sexual power, your sensual power. And I hope you guys enjoy the reading. So you can watch this reading from a perspective of, you know, why people fall in love with you, what seduces them to fall in love with you. You could also look at it from a perspective of why will your future spouse fall in love with you, or past lovers, or people that fell in love with you and you didn't know why they were so obsessed or why they were so intrigued by you, okay? So you can watch this from every point of view, maybe in you thinking about a specific person, you thinking about your future spouse, you thinking about in general, what is your seductive energy? How do other people perceive your sensual and sexual seductive energy, okay? So without further ado, in the next clip, you can choose between 3 piles, 3 images. As always, become one with the meditation music in the background before you choose your pile. Take a little breather, take a few minutes, a few seconds for yourself before you choose the image. If you feel undecisive, you can also choose between a number. Just close your eyes and feel what number you feel in your gut feeling, and I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Again, this is going to be a very sensual, sexual reading where we tap into the beauty of your sensual and sexual energy, okay? Your hidden sexual magic. So I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello, my beautiful pie number one. So you chose this beautiful image here, okay? Before we start your reading, I want to let you guys know that I have channeled songs, sensual, sexual songs, that describe or tap into the beauty of your seductive energy. So before we start the reading, you can listen to that song or after, because I really want you guys to connect to your body, to connect to the sensual, sexual goddess within you. Kind of like, you know, the power that you have when you kiss a person, when you touch a person, you know, when you talk to a person, when you become intimate with a person, how you seduce this person, or how you influence their energy with your sensual, sexual energy, with your sexual magic, okay? Okay, pie number one, let's look at what is so seductive about you. Okay, we have here the Knight of Pentacles, which tells me that what is so seductive about you, what makes people fall in love with you, what makes people crave your body, what makes people crave your lips, is a very slow moving energy. You might be somebody who speaks very slowly, likes to do things in a very slow paced manner. Maybe you like to walk slowly. Maybe you're the type of person that doesn't like you don't like to rush. You like to do things slowly. You like to walk slowly, talk slowly, or live slowly, okay? I'm picking up an energy here that your seductive energy is all about how you make people slow down, how you make people enjoy your company with slowing them down, coming back to earth from a very busy, fast-paced world, you would be the type of person to exude a very peaceful energy to your lover. The type of energy where things are slowly revealed, okay? You might be somebody that likes to take things slowly. You might be somebody who wants to get to know a person before you become one with their naked body. Or you just might be somebody who, again, likes to live a slow-paced life, okay? Peace is important to you, or I'm hearing patience, okay? It's very funny because I'm picking up an energy here how you make your lover or the person that feels seduced by you very impatient. In the beginning, they will just feel like they want to take your clothes off, but I'm hearing the art of seducing somebody slowly, okay? It's almost as if you make your lover or the person that falls in love with you or your future spouse, whoever you want to think about right now, you make them fall for you, you seduce them because it's a process with you, okay? It feels like, I'm gonna close my eyes, it feels like an energy where with every touch, with every look at you, with every date, you lure them in, okay? And again, it's all about how the world is so fast-paced, but when they come to you, it feels like a sanctuary. It feels like, I want to slow down. I'm also hearing slow kissing. So when you kiss somebody, you make them slow down, okay? I'm also picking up an energy because I channeled a song for you guys, okay? It's a very sensual song. Every pilot has a very sensual song that describes the energy that you exude and the energy that other people perceive of you when it comes to sexual energy or how they feel seduced by you. And the song that came out for you is from Money Long, Hours and Hours, okay? So I'm picking up an energy, how you seduce people is that you make time stand still. It's almost as if you put people in a trance. When I say that, I mean when they talk to you, they do not realize how many hours have passed, you know? It's almost as if your lover or your future spouse or whoever you're thinking about is forgetting time. You make people forget time. You make people slow down, come back to earth, okay? You make people feel calm and peaceful in your presence. And again, it's as if what seduces other people about you is how you really take your time to listen and you take your time to speak. It feels like getting to know you feels like a story or feels like a book that somebody's reading. And again, the song Hours and Hours, in the beginning you hear a ticking from the clock, right? So it's almost as if you make your lover, it feels like there's sexual energy in their body when they're looking at you or when they're kissing you, and it becomes more and more and more and more. I would describe your sensual energy as the feeling that you get when there's foreplay, and your foreplay is so long that when you guys become intimate with a person, that there's like a whole explosion. It's almost as if your lover would say, I've been waiting for this for so long, and because I've been waiting for this for so long, I'm gonna enjoy every minute of kissing pile number one, every minute of touching pile number one's body. Okay, your slow-paced energy makes people, it's like their sexual energy is rising and rising and rising, okay, until they can release it. So your seductive energy is all about making people peaceful, making them feel peaceful, making them forget time, making them forget about their worries just with your presence, okay? Making them forget that they have to rush to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. It is as if time stands still. You bring people back into the present moment. When you go on a date with somebody, or when you really unleash your sexual energy and become one with it, you make people feel very intense yet very calm. It's a beautiful energy of two energies are coming together. You make people feel calm and patient, yet so as if the sexual tension is building up, and they cannot wait to release it or become one with your body, with your soul and your spirit. Okay? It's like pie number one, I'm picking up an energy here, and you could tell, like, I closed my eyes and your energy took me on a trip. But with the next card that came out for you, it says wander voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. You see, you take people on a journey other than the daily routine. Okay, I'm picking up an energy here. Your seductive energy is all about how you take people on a journey with your patience, okay? Because getting to know you takes time. There's something about slowing down time, making people feel like they don't have to rush, and there's the building up of tension inside of their body, okay? I'm also feeling an energy here. What makes you so seductive is that when people meet you, they're very, very drawn to your journey, okay? So whether or not your journey has already unfolded, you know, like you already know what your destiny is, you already know where you're going in life, or maybe you don't know at all where you're going. There's an energy of people feeling seduced by you because every time they are with you, they feel lucky, or every time they feel with you, they feel like they are experiencing serendipity. It could even be like a small coffee that you are getting with this person, you know, like having, you know, a little meet up and a coffee. But for some reason, you make every experience more intense because you are so slow paced, okay? People could be seduced by your calm nature. I'm also hearing your seduction is all about silence, okay? So I'm picking up an energy here. How people are getting seduced by you is when you're not even speaking. It's your body language. It's the way you touch them and how slowly you touch them, or how slowly you reveal yourself, okay? How slowly you reveal who you are as a person. I'm hearing that when people meet you, they feel like it was destined, or there's some energy of people feeling like you give them some type of direction. So you could be somebody, because I'm picking up here, still waters run deep. So I want to say you have like a very calm nature, or there's something about you that seeks peace or exudes peace, okay? You like environments that don't stress you out. You want to be comfortable, peaceful, and you want to take your time with things, even in dating. And because you take your time when it comes to dating, that is what seduces people to go on a journey with you. Look at how this lady is on a journey, okay? She's showing a little bit of her, but not everything. And I'm feeling an energy where people feel like you have, picking up an energy here where people feel like you have a big destiny, or maybe you are somebody who's very, very connected to Like maybe you are a type of person that speaks about destiny, speaks about purpose. I'm also, for some reason, I'm also picking up the energy of North Node. Maybe you really know, it feels like you give people, just with your energy, you give people direction, okay? All of a sudden, people even want to change certain things in their life. You make people realize that there's more, like the bigger picture I'm picking up here, okay? There's an energy here with you guys with the Wheel of Fortune. Again, people feel like being with you or getting to know you is almost like a journey, okay? It's almost as if it could be something that happens consciously or subconsciously, but people feel like your journey is gonna be interesting, or there's something about how you walk upon earth and which direction you choose for your life, okay, is something that really interests them. It's almost as if people want to know where you are going in life. So what makes you so seductive is the direction that you choose, okay? This could be something that happens in the future. This could be something that you're already doing, but it almost feels like that you know where you are going, or you know what you want in life, okay? And again, for some reason, people feel like your journey is going to be very, very interesting. They might see potential in you, that you're going to be super duper successful in the future. Or there's something about, again, the way you walk upon earth and the direction that you choose for your life makes people very intrigued. They want to know, where are you going next? What are you going to do next? What are you going to accomplish next? Where are you going next? Okay. When I say where are you going next, this doesn't have to be specifically about what you are going to accomplish next, but maybe you could be the type of person that also likes to explore the city, or somebody that really looks for experiences that expand the mind, or experiences that broaden the horizon. So you could be somebody, you just like to explore the world. And when I say that, this could be exploring new locations, exploring new books, exploring new travel destinations, exploring more knowledge, okay, going to different museums. There's something about you explore the world, and people want to explore the world with you, okay? You seduce people to go on a trip with you. It feels like people just want to explore the world with you, okay? I'm also hearing that what seduces people about you, again, you could be somebody who has like a shy nature, or again, you are somebody, you take your time with opening up, okay? But there's something about, even if you don't speak, your body speaks for you. Or if you do speak up, you surprise people with your knowledge. When you do speak up, because I'm being brought to like a shell that is closed, but when you open it up, there's a pearl. So it almost feels like in the beginning you look innocent, you look like somebody who could be shy, who could be somebody who's in a very meditative energy, somebody who's very calm, okay? Somebody who doesn't like to speak much maybe, or somebody who really exudes peace energy. But then, when people get to know you, you seduce them with your knowledge. All of a sudden, you say certain things that are super duper wise, like a guru or something like that, okay? Again, people can leave their worries. You put people in a meditative, calm, peaceful energy. It seduces them. It almost feels like when a lover or your future spouse or whatever you are thinking about right now comes in contact with you, time stands still. They don't think about the past. They don't think about the future. They're just here in the present with you. And in the present, worries cannot exist. Okay. Your seduction is about your silence. but it tricks people. You have like a silent, calm energy. And then when you do speak, because I feel like people do underestimate you sometimes, but when you do speak or when you do show your true self and open up, we have the Queen of Wands here. A very fiery, passionate energy. So there's a surprising effect about you. Your silence lures people in. Again, this could be in moments where you don't speak. You are very seductive to people, or in moments where you practice patience or where you practice a peaceful approach to certain things. Okay? Or touching somebody slowly, kissing somebody slowly. That's where they fall head over heels for you. Okay? Let's get a few cards for you guys. A few more cards. What is so seductive about pile number 1, Spirit? We have here the High Priestess. The High Priestess knows a lot, but she does not always speak. It is your knowledge, and I feel like it is also your touch that really makes you seductive. Okay. What makes you so seductive is how people underestimate you. In the beginning, they might feel like, again, you are shy, or you are in your own world, you are in your own bubble. You might also be somebody who's very determined to accomplish something. You have a direction in life, or you are somebody that likes to, again, just explore the world and find your direction in life, okay? Even if you feel like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but you're definitely somebody who likes to explore, okay? And again, people want to explore with you. They feel like you're always up to something new, okay? And there's something about, I'm hearing unspoken words. So the way you seduce people is by just being in their presence. You don't really have to do much, okay? Your seductive energy, what makes you so seductive, is how much knowledge you have and how you don't throw it out there all the time. It's like, you know, I'm a very calm, peaceful person. I like to explore things, or I have a big destiny. I know exactly where I'm going, okay? But not everybody has to know about it. I'm feeling an energy of like, not everybody has to know about it. So there's certain aspects of you. I'm feeling here there's certain things that you maybe don't tell everybody, okay? There's something about you having one face in public, and I'm not talking about two-face, but it feels like you have one way of presenting yourself to the world, and then there's also a different side, okay? There's a different side of you, and that's where people get surprised. You're not just calm, peaceful. There's a passionate fire. There's so much knowledge, okay? So much wisdom inside of you. What makes you so seductive? Pile number 1. I'm hearing when people get to know you intimately, or people want to get to know you, or even your future spouse, they will always feel like you're hiding something, or there's more to you. You might be somebody you don't answer every question, or again, you take your time before you trust somebody. That makes you very seductive because they want to know what is in the envelope, what's in there, okay? I'm also picking up here for some of you guys, you are somebody, you might not be aware of it, but you channel messages from spirit to people, okay? And I'm also seeing books here, so there could be an energy that you are book smart, or that you know a little about a lot of things, okay? That you know a little about a lot of things. Getting to know you feels like reading a book, and in every chapter you wonder what happens in the next chapter. Or you wonder where's the twist. People feel like there's a twist to you. Okay, you are not what you seem in the beginning in the best way possible, okay? You are not what you seem, okay? You might be smiling at them, but they see that something is hiding behind your eyes. What makes you so seductive? The Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords, yep. You bring peace into conflicting situations. You might be somebody who always keeps their cool no matter the situation. The Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords. I'm hearing when other people are involved in drama or like to gossip or like to complain, you like to stay in your lane. You like to stay in your lane, and I'm hearing you like to keep your cool and keep your peace. I'm also hearing you do not get triggered easily. It takes a lot to get you triggered, okay? This could be from past lovers, them trying to get you triggered and it doesn't work, and it makes them even more it makes them even more attracted to you. You don't get triggered. I'm also hearing that you're able to take criticism, like valid criticism. What makes you so seductive, pile number one? We have beauty here. Okay. And then bottom of the deck says colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. You see, so people feel like you are not what you seem in the beginning. You seem innocent, calm, peaceful, polite, but then you have like a completely different side to you. You have interests that you don't share with everybody. You have songs that you listen to that you don't share with everybody. There's something about what's behind. Hold on, guys. I want to get some cards. There's something about what's behind the curtain. Okay, people feel like you're hiding something. People feel like you're not what you seem, or they might be asking themselves, are you really that innocent? Okay, because people might perceive you as very innocent. Are you really that innocent? Okay. What makes you so seductive, pile number one? We have the Mage here. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to get like a different deck here. Okay, pile number one. I'm also picking up, just checking the time. I'm also picking up an energy here where people really feel like you sometimes send ambiguous messages. So I feel like sometimes you say things that could mean different things. It almost feels like people feel like they have to decode what you say because it could have different meanings, okay? There's something about the way you speak and the way you do not speak, okay? I'm hearing silence speaks louder than words. So especially in moments where you don't speak, especially in moments where you just look at the sky or look at the bird, or I'm hearing what makes you so seductive is when you really enjoy, like for example, you eat an ice cream and you really enjoy that ice cream. That's when you exude like a very sexual energy. because you really enjoy something. There's something about really enjoying life. So when you really enjoy life, for example, when you dance and you smile, or when you look at the sky and you just take a deep breath, or when you look at the stars and when you feel like, oh my god, those twinkly stars are so freaking beautiful, these are the moments where you are the most seductive to people, okay? When you are really immersed and become one with something, like the present moment or something like that. I'm hearing every time you, for example, feel extremely happy about, like, oh my god, those roses smell so good, and in that moment where you exude that energy of like, oh my god, I'm so happy about those roses, that's when people want to take off your clothes, okay? That's when you are extremely seductive to people. And again, people feel like in the beginning you are very innocent, but then they feel like you manipulate them, which is not necessarily the truth. I just feel like, yeah, I'm also hearing you cannot be played, okay? There's something about when it's like people are trying to give you a hint that they like you and you already know, but you wait until people say it. Do you see that with the Four of Swords? Okay, there's something about you knowing how to play, how to be playful, but not to get played. Okay, people feel like they have to figure you out. Okay, people feel like they have to figure you out. They sometimes don't know what your messages mean because they could be ambiguous, okay? You might be somebody you like to play a little with words. Or you might be somebody that likes to play with language when you do speak, okay? What makes pie number one so seductive? What makes pie number one so seductive? Yeah, I feel like you are somebody that is unpredictable. In the beginning, people think you are quite predictable. You are very, like, almost as if your personality is very easy to overlook. Like, okay, that's her. And then when they get to know you, that's her or him. I thought that was her, but then that's also her, or that's a completely different side to her, to pie number one. And then they get confused. I also feel like you might be somebody that has like a very paradoxical personality, meaning like sometimes things don't fit in, because you could be like somebody who likes to wear like very dark colors. I'm just gonna take it as a metaphor. Excuse me, like very dark colors, but then also very feminine. Or you might be like a guy that is into like going to the gym and, you know, having muscles, but then you also have a side to you that likes, you know, like candles with rose scent. Does that make sense? It's as if there's like you have different aspects to you that don't fit together whatsoever. You listen to heavy metal, but you also listen to meditation music. So people think they get to know you, but then they realize that they don't really know the real you, because there's more aspects of you and they kind of like contradict each other. Or you might be somebody who also again says things to people and they don't really know what you mean with it. You might have like a very interesting way of speaking, okay? You might like to speak very ambiguously, or you might be somebody that likes to play with words, okay? Or that just likes to play in general. But again, that's a side that I'm only seeing as I take more cards. So in the beginning, that's not what people see. And then when they get to know you, they feel like, it almost feels like people will feel like you play with them, but you don't, you really don't. You have like a very playful nature. When you are really in your sexual, sensual energy, you have a very playful nature, okay? That one doesn't see in the beginning. Okay, let's get one more card. What makes you so seductive to people? We have the Hanged Man here and the High Priestess again. You see, people feel like you do things, and the Magician, okay? I'm also hearing you might be like a really good manifester, which makes people extremely like attracted to you. Might be somebody you say you want to manifest something or do something and you're gonna do it. Okay, so you might be somebody who's like a really good manifester. With the Hanged Man, again, you make people's world turn around. Like people really, it almost feels like people think they understand you, but then they come to realize that they really don't understand you at all. So there's an energy of like you bring peace to people, but at the same time you also bring mental confusion when they try to figure you out or how you work. Okay, there's something about finding out how you really work or what you really mean when you say something. I'm hearing "What Do You Mean" by Justin Bieber. When you nod your head yes, but you want to say no. Okay, you make people think. Okay, you make people think. You turn people's head around here. May it be because I'm picking up two energies. For some people, you trigger a very peaceful energy. Like when they are in your presence, they forget all their worries. And then for others, when they are in your presence, they feel like it is as if you, again, take people on a mental journey. Okay, so people would then try to find out your secret. Do you know what I'm actually feeling here? People want to know why they are so seduced by you. They want to know, like, why do I feel so drawn to pie number one? Why does pie number one have such a power over me? What is her secret? Okay, they feel like that you are secretive, or that you have like a secretive side to you. Okay, I'm also hearing every time they get to know you, they find out something new about you that they didn't know. And then I'm hearing the puzzle doesn't work because, again, you have like a very paradoxical, contradicting personality. Okay, what makes you so seductive, pie number one? One last card. Six of Pentacles. And then I want to get one more here. What makes you so seductive? What makes you so seductive? We have the Magician 3 times here, guys. I don't know what you are doing, but... And the Hanged Man again. Pie number one, what makes you so seductive is that you are predictable yet unpredictable. People think you are predictable, but you are definitely not. Okay, the Magician has a lot of tools, so there could be, again, you have a lot of aspects to your personality that are completely like paradoxical, or there's an energy of you are somebody, I'm hearing people think that you do things in the dark, and when I say that, they wonder what you do. So there's something very interesting about your personality where people always wonder what you will do next, or what you are manifesting next, or because the Magician is somebody who puts on a show, you see? So people are trying to figure out if you put on a show or if this is the real you. So people do get a little bit confused by your personality. But then again, you playing tricks. So the Magician card is all about like I'm hearing that you're so playful that people feel like they get tricked by you. Okay, but it's just your playful nature. You're just somebody, you like to enjoy life. Okay, you like to enjoy life, you like to explore things, you like to be open-minded and see where things are going. Okay, with the Hanged Man here, you turn people's head upside down. You make them think about things that they've never thought about before. You bring people to a journey where they think about things they've never thought about before. You bring up topics that they've never talked about before. There's something about with your words. You play with your words, or the way you use your language, the way you speak. and also the moments where you don't speak. I'm also hearing people want to get more. There's something about your knowledge, okay? This could be in a particular realm. You might be very knowledgeable about manifestation, about astrology, about all kinds of things, but people want to know more about what you know about, if that makes sense. It's almost as if you have so much knowledge to give and people want to know more and more and more about what you know about. And the Five of Pentacles. You take people's worry away, yet you confuse them because of your playful nature, because of your secretive nature, because of your patient nature, okay? Because of the way you speak without speaking. This could be telepathic communication or just your body language, even your eyes speak. And then they try to figure you out. Why is pile number 1 looking at me like that? It feels like people always try to figure you out. People try to figure you out. People want to know what is inside the envelope. That makes them very attracted to you because they feel like they're blindfolded and they don't know what they get with you. They thought they knew you, but then they realized that there's a completely different side to you. There's a side to you that feels like you're playing tricks on them, or you do things on purpose when you don't. It's like a little bit like, you see, I'm getting in my mental space. So again, some people with your energy, you just make them feel very calm, forgetting about the past and the future, making them be in the present moment and really enjoying life, and making them feel like, oh my God, there's so much to explore, you know? And then for others, they don't know why they feel so attracted to you. But in actuality, why they feel so attracted to you is because you bring harmony into their life, because you balance them out, because you take their worries away with your presence. And the Justice card also has 2 sides to them. Okay, there's something about you having like a very feminine energy, but at the same time very masculine. Or you have a very masculine energy and at the same time very feminine. Like a very big man with big broad shoulders that likes rose water. Or a lady that likes to wear boyfriend jeans or something like that. It's your dual personality here, because I'm being brought to Gemini energy. It's your dual personality. It's the way you speak, and that you're sometimes a little bit ambiguous with what you say, or you choose your words carefully. Or you know how powerful words are. As well as some type of manifestation here. You might be somebody who's really good at manifesting, really good at surprising people, really good at seeming innocent but not really being innocent whatsoever, okay? Because you have a different side to you. Okay, my beautiful pile number 1, I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with it. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. How are you guys doing? So you chose this beautiful image here. Before we start, I want to let you guys know that I have channeled sensual sexual songs, which I put in the description box, and your song was Alien Girl by Kendrick Lamar, which already tells me that what makes you so seductive is that it's interesting. In the song, you can check out the lyrics. I would highly recommend that, so you become like one with the energy that I pick up from you, so you realize what your energy feels like, if that makes sense, okay? But in the song, he says, no ID, that girl is an alien, okay? But what I want to say here with your cards, the way you seduce people, what your hidden sexual magic is about, what is so seductive about you is that you are the type of person, pie number 2, to come into a person's life and make them realize that they needed you without knowing it, if that makes sense. It's almost as if what I'm picking up here is you attract people that might be people that are very confused about life, or that are people that, how can I describe it? I'm picking up an energy where people come to you, or you attract people, you attract lovers that are on a search for something without knowing it, okay? So where your seductive quality comes in, that you are the thing that people look for, okay? So when somebody gets to know you that is interested in you sexually, okay, and sensually, all of a sudden they realized what I have been looking for was pie number 2, or a certain characteristic, a certain personality trait. I have been feeling like something has been missing on the other dates that I've been to, or that I've, all the people that I've met and all the dates that I had. But when they have a date with you, this could also be a future spouse. You can watch it from whatever viewpoint you want, okay? Just a random lover, an ex-lover, your future spouse. When your lover comes in contact with you, they have an aha moment. That's what I have been looking for. I didn't know that I was looking for that, but that's what I have been looking for. You are the missing puzzle piece. You are the piece that has been missing to complete the mosaic. I don't know how you pronounce it. Do you see that in the back here? Like a picture. Okay. You make people realize what they're missing in life, okay? This could be when you meet somebody, could even be like somebody random. You talk to them and you make them realize, I'm really looking for a man or a woman that can teach my children to become the best version of themselves, for example. And they didn't know that that was what they were looking for in a partner. So you make people realize what they are looking for. You make people realize what truly matters to them. Again, you come into people's life and bring them a full circle moment, an aha moment, okay? I'm even picking up an energy of your seductive quality. Your magnetic sexual energy, again, is all about the aha moments that you trigger in people, and that you make people realize what a true connection feels like, okay? When they are looking in all the wrong places to find what they're looking for, when they come to you, they feel like they found it. They feel like, now I know what I've been looking for. I didn't know that this was what was missing in my life. You might even be, because I'm picking up a beautiful energy of, like when a person is searching for something and they don't know what it is. And then you come into this person's life and you go to this person to an art gallery and you show them like a certain art piece. And then they look at this art piece and it triggers something in them. It's like you bring aha moments, full circle moments into people's life. Your seductive quality is about how you make people realize what a true connection feels like. When somebody falls in love with you, it's because they finally found a true soulmate, a true connection. a connection, or it feels like a connection that goes beyond. We talk about it, alien girl, right? I'm hearing the lyrics is, she got me going, I'm all in, 50 stories, I'm falling, where you have been, if there's a planet Mars. And I'm also hearing, you are not familiar, but still I feel you. I'm high now, are you up there? If you was, I would climb every other stair. I gotta stare a little while, and I'm wowed. You see, you bring like wow moments, aha moments into people's life. Because you're so different compared to what they have experienced before, okay? You are the alien girl, the alien guy, where you cannot be compared to the people that they've dated before. Because the connection with you, again, makes them realize what they were truly looking for. Okay, we have here the card Fertility, and it says potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. You see, the initiation energy here is all about how you bring a breath of fresh air into people's life. You make them feel things that they've never felt before. You make them crave things that they've never craved before. All of a sudden they crave a family when they never had that feeling before. Okay, there's something, I'm even gonna go as far as Spirit is using you, or one purpose on planet Earth with you guys is to make people realize what truly matters. Specifically when it comes to dating, okay? I'm feeling an energy here where it's also gonna sound a little weird, but it almost feels like if you have found yourself attracting people that are already in a relationship or already married, it is as it feels like why those people are attracted to you is because Spirit is trying to make them realize what true love is, or Spirit is trying to make them realize that it almost feels like that love at first sight exists, or that true love is real and not this energy of marrying for practical purposes, if that makes sense. You make people realize who they truly are and what they're looking for. I'm also hearing your touch is very healing. You help people to overcome. It feels like you help people to find closure. And when I say that, I mean, again, I have been feeling depressed for years, but then when I met you, I realized that my depression came from not living in the present moment, for example. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. What is so seductive about pie number 2? You are the missing puzzle piece. You are the real deal. You are something that people don't believe in anymore. Love at first sight. You breathe in new life into people. I'm picking up an energy, it is as if you are a guiding light. So you will probably attract a lot of people that are confused or indecisive. But again, Spirit is kind of using you to show what is real. It's like I'm hearing this is real. This really exists. This is real. There's something about you showing that true love exists, or that a deep soul connection that goes beyond the physical body exists, okay? That a true intimate soulmate exists. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. What is your seductive energy all about? We have the High Priestess again, just like pile number 1. Pile number 2, you make people believe in things that they didn't believe in anymore. May it be making, oh, that's so beautiful. Okay guys, I'm getting where this is going. You're the type of person to say, make a wish when you see a shooting star, or throw a coin in the well. It's your dreamy energy that seduces people. It's your dreamy energy when you say, one day we will become like millionaires. Or your dreamy energy that says, you know, let's have a picnic under the stars, or this brings good luck, or this protects you. If you say all these things, it's almost as if your belief in the universe makes you so seductive. Your dreamy nature, it's almost as if I'm also, for some reason, I'm also being brought to like when you I'm seeing here you are the most seductive to somebody when they see you talking to animals, or stroking animals, or playing with children, or when you are, I'm hearing when you are dreamy, that's when you are the most seductive, okay? So when you say like, oh, it's a full moon today, we should do this, or it's a new moon, or there's something about that you are so dreamy and that you still believe in magic. That's the whole point. You still believe in the magic. That's what makes you so seductive to people, and people don't believe in magic, and then there you come and bring magic into this person's life. Like, I don't believe in love at first sight, and here you go, they look at you and they fell in love at first sight. You see? The Tower, yeah. The Tower. I'm hearing that you completely destroy, now hear me out, you completely destroy people's view of the world. They have certain, like you break people's very rigid belief systems. Okay, as if, you know, a mosaic is about like broken glass that you put back together, right? Or it's like it looks broken, it's not, you know, smooth. So there's something about how you completely throw people's rigid belief systems away, or when they get in touch with you, like they don't believe in magic, and all of a sudden when you guys are together, there's magic happening, or there's something supernatural happening, or when they, you know, when they are with you and they see a shooting star and they make a wish, the wish comes true, or there's something about or when you say you want to manifest something and you prayed for it and then it happens in your life, there's something about even like love at first sight, like all this concept of like wonder and magic. When people don't believe in it, they meet you and then they question how they view the world. It's how you view the world and how you are so connected to everything, to the trees, the birds, the flowers. What makes you so seductive is that you really bring, I'm hearing you shock people. There's something about you shock people because they didn't believe in something, and then when they get to know you or when they meet you, then they believe in it. You make people believe. Yeah. Because I'm picking up an energy that in the beginning people might perceive you as somebody who's very dreamy, very imaginative, very naive, okay? Because I'm seeing like you might be somebody that lives in their own bubble, you know, that's my world, that's my bubble, and I believe in what I believe in, you know? It doesn't matter what the world says. I believe in spirit guides, I believe in magic, I believe in love at first sight. And then there's people that would say, that can never happen, but you make it happen. You make the impossible happen, or you make people realize, well, I thought this is not possible, but it is. Okay, let's see. What is so seductive about you? What is so seductive about pile number 2, the Sun card? What is so seductive about pile number 2? I'm hearing your touch. Your touch stirs emotions in people that they've never felt before. What is so seductive about pile number 2? Give me one more card. The Ace of Wands. Do you see that? The thunder. Boom. Here it is. I didn't believe in it, but here it is. It might even be your psychic abilities, okay? You might be somebody you say, I dreamed of you that you're getting a letter. And this person's like, I'm not getting a letter. 2 or 3 days it happens. Or you say, I have a feeling that, you know, like, or you have like a dream of this person that they don't feel good, and then you call them like, I had a feeling that you don't feel good, is everything okay? And this person's asking, how do you know that? And then when you say, I dreamed of it, here you go. You shock people with your energy. I'm hearing you wake them up. Interesting, right? You wake them up, yet you make them dream. And you know, like, dream would be like sleeping. I'm hearing reality is fake, dreams are for real. What is so seductive about you? When a lover gets in contact with you, from body to body, they come in touch with your magical energy. They come in touch with your dreamy energy. They come in touch with your serendipitous energy. They come in touch with magic. What is going on with you guys? Because I'm pretty sure that you've already encountered like supernatural things, or a departed loved one contacting you, or something weird happening, or you are somebody you are very, like, you can see into the future, which would be perceived as magic, right? Or you have already you've seen a lot of miracles taking place, okay? When a person kisses you, comes in contact with your body, you make them experience magical synchronicities. That's amazing, man. What makes you so seductive? What is your magnetic energy about? Yeah, in the beginning, people would think you live in your own world, or you have your own way of looking at the world, you know, or you are somebody like you live in a bubble, or you live in like a dreamy bubble, or you are just a dreamer. And then when they come in contact with you, when they get to know you, they see that behind the bubble that you live in is a lot of truth. You make people aware of a different way of living, a different way of praying, a different way of perceiving the world. 10 of Cups. I told you. Let's get one more card here. What is so seductive about your pile number? Yep. You lure or seduce people into a different world because you are, I mean, the alien girl, that means you are quite quirky. And people would say, oh, you know, pie number 2 is quirky, pie number 2 is a little weird, you know, like maybe people that don't know you, right? They live in their own world, or they are very like imaginative. This person is very imaginative or has a different way of living. But then when they come in contact with you, they see that magic is real. Look at the 10 of Cups here and the rainbow. Rainbow doesn't happen every day, does it? What makes you so seductive is that people experience things with you that don't happen every day, or they experience feelings with you that they've never had before. Okay, again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, there might be a psychic energy that you have that really shocks people. It really shocks them, like for real, for real. Okay, maybe in your dreams, or you're just hearing, or your gut feeling. Being surprised that you know something that you shouldn't know, or that they didn't tell you. Yeah, it's like what seduces people is that they feel like they found what they've been looking for when they meet you. If you look at this card here that you've chosen, you can see that somebody's eyes are closed, and I said an energy of waking up yet dreaming. So is this a dream, or am I awake? That's how you make people feel. What is so seductive about you? Pie number 2, 6 of Wands. What is so seductive about you? I'm also hearing what is very, very seductive about you is how humble you are. Okay. What makes you so seductive? 10 of Wands. And this card. What makes you so seductive? The Tower. You bring an energy into people's life. What is the Tower about, Spirit? That shocks them. You shock people. You shock people with your presence. And when I say presence, I mean, for some reason I'm hearing every time people are with you, there's something weird happening, or there's always something crazy happening when people are with you. Or you just make people... Yeah, I just felt that the Ace of Wands. It's as if I can say that, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find the right words here. So, I'm hearing when a lover or your future spouse comes in contact with your body and your lips. And really, you know, when you guys are having sex and stuff like that, they come like they've never came before, if you know what I mean. The reason for that is, oh yes, baby, okay, this is because you carry magical energy, or like very pure energy in your body. You have like a very pure energy that is connected to spirit. Like it's almost as if you carry sacred sexual energy. So when a man or a woman comes in contact with you, the orgasm is so intense. The reason for that is because it feels like your kundalini energy or your sexual energy is different. It is, how can I say that? It is sacred. It is connected to, it is as if you carry sacred energy within you. Pure, like your energy is so pure that you really, and again, you are a dreamer, so if you are a dreamer and you carry this magical dreamy energy within your body, guess how you make people feel when they come in contact with your body? Because coming in contact with your body means coming in contact with your energy, right? So people have the biggest orgasm with you. They come like they've never came before. You make people come like they've never came before, because I'm being brought to like Kundalini energy, which is a way more intense experience, sexually speaking. Why is the Tower here? 8 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. What makes you so seductive to people is that you live a very different life. Even if you have a conservative job and all of that, you still live a different life, because there's something so... This could be because you look at the planets and how they're standing and what kind of effect they have on you. This could be because you are somebody who's into divination, who is somebody who lays their own cards. You still, like, you live a life. Your lifestyle is very, very interesting, okay? There's something about people not believing that something can work, or people not, you make people, like, if people don't believe in meditation, you will be the reason why they believe in meditation. And if they don't believe in astrology, you make them believe in astrology. It's like people don't believe that something is working or something is real, and you make them believe that it is real, and then they feel like they've been opened up to a completely new world, like their limiting beliefs are in the trash. Do you know why people are so seduced by you? You make them live a life that is more dreamy, more colorful, more vibrant than the average Joe day life. People feel like it's always a surprise with you, okay? And again, it's like you make people experience stuff in bed. It's like, I don't know what you do. I feel like in the Tower here again, the Tower is freaking everywhere. We look at the eyes here. Seeing that something is true. I don't know what that means. You make people realize that something is true or something works, and it shocks them. May it be love at first sight, may it be tarot readings, may it be psychic abilities, may it be alternative medicine or herbs or something like that, okay? Let's get a few more cards here. I think I want to change the deck. I'm just checking the time. Okay, time is good. Hope I am in focus here. What makes you so seductive? Pile number 2, the 6 of Wands, Science. Ooh, here we go. Now I know where this is going. People that believe in science but don't believe in magic, or you leave people speechless because they cannot explain what the fuck just happened. You see, people who have, like, because I'm being brought to, like, people that are very scientific and they only believe in facts. But then when they see, like, something floating in space that cannot be explained, it's like, well, I thought there is an explanation for everything, but maybe there is not. What makes you so seductive? 6 of Success. Hold on, that was too much, excuse me. I'm hearing you make people believe in the power of prayer. I'm hearing what you say happens, or that you're really good at speaking things into existence. okay? Again, you make people that don't believe, whatever the heck that means, okay? What is so seductive about you? What the heck is going on here? First, they question your beliefs and then they want to follow you, or then they want to know more about this topic. Could even be like you introduce your partner to Tantra and they're like, I don't believe in that. But then when you guys then when you guys do practice Tantra sex, they're like, that's the best sex I've ever had in my entire life. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm also, for example, I don't know why I'm going there now, but for example, sacred chakra meditation music, right, is all about like sexuality and, you know, like embracing, you know, sexuality. And then when you say to your partner or this person, yeah, I like meditation music, and there's a specific meditation that intensifies your sexual experience, and they're like, nah, I don't believe in that. Then they listen to that music and it's the best sex that they've ever had before. Okay, there's something about, I didn't believe that, but now I do, and you opened me up to a completely new world. Okay. What is so seductive about pie number 2? 3 of Cups. What is so seductive about you? The World again, and the 5 of Cups. You make people realize that they've what makes you so seductive, pie number 2? Has something to do with, again, you are the missing puzzle piece. You come into people's life to answer deep, personal, like when people are on a quest and then they come in contact with you and the universe proves them a point with your presence or answers a quest that they had in their mind with your presence. It's like, does true love really exist? You know, they want to challenge the universe. I don't believe true love exists. I believe in like choosing a partner that has a good foundation and stuff like that, this and that, this and that. And then they meet you. Oh well, true love exists. Love at first sight exists. Oh well. You change people's view and outlook on life big time. Like, you trigger spiritual awakenings, you trigger people to all of a sudden be into a topic that they didn't believe in before. Hey ho. What makes you so seductive? Time and Tide. Oceanic spells and rituals. You make people believe in love. You do. You make people believe in connections that feel otherworldly, outlandish, magical. What is so seductive about pie number 2? You see, I knew it. This is not normal. You see, and I'm saying this is not normal, so again, you make people experience things that they perceive as like, I've never felt like this before. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of alien you are, but I don't know what's happening here. I don't. We have here the card, the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. You take people to places that, you know, like the unseen, okay? So again, this could be something about your psychic abilities, but it could also be an energy like you see the unseen, right? But this could also be an energy that you take people to places they've never been to. It's like you take people to places they've never been to, mentally, physically, sexually, okay? I'm picking up an energy here with you guys. It says Time and Tide. You make people fall in love that didn't believe in love anymore, or people that pretended to have an icebox as their heart. You make people's heart beat fast. It's like you make them feel alive. You breathe life into people's soul. And again, with the World card, you make them understand what has been the problem all along, or what they have been looking for all along, or what kind of experience they have been looking for all along. You make people realize this is what I want in a man or a woman. Two of Wands. The Devil. Yeah, there's something about making people, you wake people up. You wake people up and you make them dream at the same time. You wake them up to a different world, a different way of living, a different way of doing things, a different way of exploring and experiencing the world and experiencing sex. You make people feel, you make them believe again, okay? You bring like the spark back into their soul, if I could describe it in one sentence. Okay, my beautiful pile number 2, I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know down in the comments below if you resonate with it. I love you guys, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. How are you guys doing? So you chose this beautiful image here. Okay, is it in focus? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Okay, am I in focus? Hopefully. Okay, so what makes you so seductive? What is your hidden sexual magic? Okay, so we're gonna tap into your seductive energy, and I really want you to become one with your seductive energy, with your beauty, because what I'm doing right now is I'm tapping into your seductive energy from the outside perspective, so you become aware of your own beauty, or what kind of effect you have when people fall in love with you, when people kiss you, when people become intimate with you. Okay, so pile number 3, let's begin your reading. First of all, I want to talk about the card that you've, or the image that you've chosen, which already tells the whole story. On the card, you can see she's wearing a piece of clothing that seems to be like fluffy and soft. And in the back, we also have like a plant that looks like a very soft plant. Okay, that's kind of where this energy is going. What makes you so seductive, pile number 3? When people fall in love with you, when people come in contact with you or date you, okay? Or there's a romantic energy in the air between you and another person, maybe your future spouse or an old lover, whoever you're thinking about, or just an overall energy why you sometimes seduce people to liking you or whatever. I'm hearing, I can see right through you, I can see into your soul, okay? It is the way you look at people and what you can see in the other person's eyes. I feel an energy that your seductive quality comes from reading a person's energy, or reading a person's mind, reading a person's body language. You're really good at that, okay? You might be aware of it or you might not, but there's an energy where people feel like when they are in your presence, they can be the real you, or there's no way that they can hide how they truly feel or who they truly are, okay? So you might notice that when people are in your presence, they start to speak the truth, or start to speak about certain things that they usually don't talk about. It's almost as if you pull out the truth out of people. They can no longer wear a mask. They can no longer hide who they truly are in your presence. I'm picking up an energy that your seductive quality comes from Oh, first of all, before we continue your reading, I channeled a very sensual, sexual song for every pile. Your song was Mars versus Venus by Usher, and I'm gonna get into it in a second. But it almost feels like in your presence, people feel like they can be truly themselves, okay? Which is not that easy in a very performative world, let's say, or in a world that always tries to wear a mask or be the best person or have the best reputation. People feel like they can put their guard down when they are with you. And if you look at this card, look at how she's embracing him and looking into his soul, into his eyes, and she can see the pain, she can see the story, she can see what he's been through. Your seductive quality is about how soft you are in a very harsh world. There might be an energy where you are somebody who, just in general, is very soft with people. You might be somebody who's very compassionate, very soft. You do not judge people. You want to understand why a person does what they does. For example, if somebody is very grumpy, you see the pain behind the grumpiness, okay? There's something about you see beyond what is in front of you. You see the soul in another person. I'm feeling an energy here because the Mars versus Venus energy is that you are, if I could describe your energy, you are the soft pillow that somebody looks forward to after a long, hard working day. You are this soft pillow, okay? There's an energy where people come in contact when they are with you, when they kiss you, when they come in contact with your body, with your energy. They come in contact with an energy that is as soft as a pillow, as soft as a feather. You make people feel light when they carry a burden. You make people feel like they can drop their shoulders. You open people up to very soft experiences, okay? You might even influence people to speak in a softer voice or talk about sensitive topics when they usually don't, okay? I'm feeling an energy here with you guys again. It's almost as if Mars energy is like very competitive. It's a very masculine, very dominant energy, and it's the world that we live in. It's very masculine, very dominant. There's not much time for sensuality, softness, speaking about problems, because we have to function in society, okay? But when people are with you, all of a sudden they start to feel comfortable. All of a sudden the tension that they feel in their body and their soul leaves their body and their soul. Let me show you the card that I'm seeing here. It says Soul Cage, and it talks about rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. You make people feel free in a restricted world, or you make people let their guard down. Look at how he's rising to the light. You make people, the way you seduce people with your compassionate and kind energy. You seduce people with understanding where they're coming from. There's a lot about how people really, really deeply feel understood by you. They feel understood by you. Sometimes people even feel like you know them better than they know themselves, because you see things from an outside perspective. You have so much compassion. I would also say you're probably an empath. You have so much compassion, and it's almost as if it's easy for you to put yourself in another person's shoes. So when they talk to you, they feel like you really understand them without them really explaining much. Sometimes just when you look into this person's eyes, you know what they need. You know what they need to hear. And I'm also hearing you have a natural talent to know which body part, or there's something about you touch people at the right place, may it be like physically on the body or soulfully, okay? I'm actually being brought to a video that I've seen by Teal Swan, and Teal Swan was talking about how people try to love other people, but how it can be detrimental, because love actually means to understand people. And she gave an example which was beautiful. She talked about a jellyfish in a tank. You know, a 3-year-old would say, oh, I love jellyfish, so I'm gonna take the jellyfish out of the water and put it in a blanket, not knowing it would kill the jellyfish. The intention was love, but that love was suffocating the jellyfish, it was killing it. But if somebody came from a place of understanding, like, I love the jellyfish, but because I love the jellyfish, I try to understand them, they would know that the jellyfish needs the water. It's a different way of loving. It is a loving, you love people in a way where they feel free. They don't feel like they have to be a certain way, or that they have to, you know, meet your expectations. I feel like how you seduce people is with your open-mindedness, with your compassion, with your ability to understand without getting much explanation from the person, how you can read a person's body language or read between the lines, okay? People feel like I've never been so understood, like pie number 3 understands me. The Soul Cage card also reminds me of, you make people feel free in your presence. You make them feel like they can show you their weak side or their weak spot, right? And I'm picking up an energy here where it almost feels like you have such a soft touch to you, even with your energy, okay? Not just like physically touching, that also. That probably makes somebody go crazy when you touch them. But it feels like I'm hearing, wow, whoa, that's going deep. Okay, people that are at war with themselves, or people that are at war with the world. Now it sounds quite dramatic, but what I mean by that is you bring a softness to a person that felt like they went through a very tough time. There's something about, for some reason I'm hearing, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Like, why do you think that's the only way to do things? It's almost as if you help people to release what makes them feel caged. People are very seduced by your very analytical and logical mind. Don't get me wrong, you're not just like a very soft, little, cute, I don't know what, you have a very interesting way of analyzing. In the song, Mars versus Venus, again, listen to it because I want you to feel your own energy and how beautiful it is. But in Mars versus Venus, he says, seduce and analyze. And in the beginning, he says, your eyes say it all. Oh. So it's almost, I'm hearing, it's like your eyes that really seduce people, but also how you read another person's eyes, okay? I'm even getting an energy of like a smirk, or you knowing exactly, I know what you're thinking, you know, and then you say it, and that's really what the person has been thinking. It comes from a place of being empathic, okay? But on this card, you can see there's a lot of like, you know, analyzing, okay? A lot of understanding how something works. You know what makes people tick. You know how people work. I'm hearing like a clockwork. You know how it almost feels like it's easy for you to understand how people work, what makes them tick. Okay. There's an aspect of you that is very analytical, yet very, very soft. You know, like some people are very, very analytical and they fail to put themselves in another person's shoes, like this should be done like that. But you have a very compassionate, caring energy to you, but at the same time very analytical, like very intelligent. I'm hearing you are emotionally extremely intelligent. Okay, you would know what a person needs to overcome a trauma, or you would know what a person needs. I'm also hearing, again, you can read between the lines, okay? I'm feeling like a psychologist energy here. Not all of you guys are psychologists, I know that, but it's like you have that psychologist energy, okay? And why people get so seduced by you, with the Seven of Pentacles is because you make them feel comfortable in a very uncomfortable world, okay? You free people from their cage, from a cage that they have in their mind. You help people to release. I'm hearing you don't have to do it like that. Just be yourself, or just do your own thing, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's get a few cards here. Pile number 3. What makes you so seductive? What is your hidden sexual magic? Okay. What makes pile number 3 so seductive? The Magician. What makes pile number 3 so seductive? We have the King of Swords, ooh, and the King of Wands. Your hug, when you hug people, it's healing. When you hug people, you heal them. Okay? There's something about you that is extremely, I can pick up such a, you're very intelligent, okay? There's something about you being able to understand very complex situations, very complex concepts. I'm also feeling an energy here that people love to have discussions with you, because you come from a very interesting viewpoint and you do challenge people with their argument or with their viewpoint. There's something very, very intelligent about you. You seduce people with your intelligence that is also connected to, I'm hearing intelligence and intuition, okay? What is so seductive about you? The Temperance card, exactly. It feels like you combine, it's like you can put the puzzle pieces together, or you make people, you help people to solve a riddle that they had in their mind. So you might be really good at problem solving or making people see the solution to their problem. It's very easy for you. When they would come with a problem to you, you would say exactly what they need in order to find a solution. There's something about you are like, people perceive you as like a teacher. People feel like they can learn so much from you. Queen of Cups. I'm hearing, you know, if I could put it in a metaphor, you would be the type of teacher that teaches a very stubborn child, you know, like a child that was, or for example, you would be the teacher that would make a child write like a really good grade, although they have failed the subject for the last 2 years. There's something about I'm hearing, there's something about like when people come in contact with you, what seemed so complex or what seemed so challenging becomes very easy, because your approach to looking at it is different. It's a Venus energy, okay? Do you know what I'm picking up here? Because Mars versus Venus is, in astrology, Mars is the masculine energy and Venus is the feminine energy. So what I want to say is what makes you so seductive is that you are in your power, in your masculine energy, which means very analytical, getting things straight, getting to the point, right? Being able to cope with adversity, opposition, challenges, and competition. But you also have a side to you that is very, very soft. Almost as if I'm seeing like a, like a warrior princess in a war, or like a woman that would be the one to lead the man in the war. So you have like a very warrior type energy too. You've been through a lot, but instead of, because men sometimes when they go, or like masculine energy, sometimes when they go through like a lot of pain and stuff like that, they don't know how to transmute it besides putting up a wall. But the intelligence of feminine energy is to use that very harsh energy and make it soft again. There's something about you are very, very strong. Very strong. You know how to overcome obstacles. You know how to deal with harsh energy. But you do it in a very soft way. It's like you have your soft feminine energy, but also your strong masculine energy is like, it's one. You're both. So what makes you so seductive is that you have like a very feminine but also a very masculine energy to you. Okay. It's almost like I'm hearing kill them with kindness. You have your way to overcome obstacles with softness. So in the beginning, people might be perceiving you as like a very soft person, like fragile almost. But then when they get to know you, they see that it's stronger than a lot of people that they've met. That your softness doesn't make you weak, it makes you even stronger. What is so seductive about you? You have the Sun, the Chariot, Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Your seductive quality is all about how you pay attention to details, and therefore it's easy for you to understand a person. You just look at like maybe their hands, or at the jewelry that they wear, or maybe even just like a little quote that you see, and that's all you need to know in order to understand how this person works. Okay, so people feel like you can see right through them, you can see into their soul. Okay, I'm also picking up an energy here that your work ethic might be extremely seductive to people. Like you are really good at, putting in the work. Again, you see, like in the beginning you were like a very soft energy, but now we see like you're really good at, your work ethic. If you want something, you're gonna get it, despite the opposition. Even if you need to cry here and there. There's like a strong energy that I pick up with you, but yet it is so soft. The Sun card tells me that what makes you so seductive is your childlike nature. Okay. I'm hearing you have like a goofy nature to you that makes you very seductive. The jokes that you crack, or that you're just in general a person that you laugh about stupid things, or that you sometimes have like a very childlike energy. You see, a childlike energy, almost innocent, like a child still being happy to have a balloon or still being happy to eat your favorite food. You know, that seems so insignificant in a very capitalistic world. With the Chariot here, it's your willpower. Your willpower to become the best version of yourself, your willpower to become independent, your willpower to build or to make your life as beautiful as possible, even if it means you would have to work hard to make a certain amount of money, or even if it means you would have to, you know, like go to school for 5 years in order to get that degree. There's something about your willpower, your discipline. I'm hearing you are miles ahead. What is so seductive about you is that you can see what has not been spoken about, or what this person didn't tell you, that this is how they feel, but you know it. Okay. Let's get a few more cards here. Soft, yet confident. Innocent, yet you cannot be played. What is so seductive about you? Let's see. Pie number 3. What is your seductive magic all about? What is your seductive nature all about? The Justice card. You're very balanced. That's what makes you so seductive. But let's see. What makes pie number 3 so seductive? 5 of Swords and the Sun card. Interesting. You have the Sun card here twice, so you really make people enjoy the sunshine in a very harsh world. Okay. Oh no, not this one. I want to use this one here. What makes pie number 3 so seductive? What's going on here? Ooh, I'm also seeing it's your posture. Whoever this person is, you know, whoever you're thinking about, they really like, it almost feels like they can feel your confidence only in the way that you stand, or in the way that you sit. But again, your confidence is not based upon how good you look, but based upon how intelligent you are. That's what gives you, that is what gives you confidence. You get your confidence from your intelligence, or you get your confidence from your intuition. Okay, not necessarily what you look like. What makes you so seductive? King of Pentacles. Wow, that's some interesting energy here. We have, ooh, you see, King and Queen of Cups. Here we go. If you have been thinking about your future spouse, I can see it here. Because I said to you guys that you can, like, you know, look at it from whatever viewpoint, like an old lover, a crush, your future spouse, whoever, whatever. Okay. Wow, look at that, guys. Do you see that? Like here, it's like in stone, but here it's like, you know, the sun is like in stone. It's like, it looks like the same sun as if it was the same artist, but it's 2 different decks here. Wow. There's something about, wow, okay, I know where this is going. Your confidence is different. There's something about your strength comes from a different source. your confidence comes from a different source. It's almost as if you will accomplish, or you already are very accomplished, or they almost want to say you have your own way of dealing with this capitalistic world, still make things work for you, because I feel like you guys have like a really good work ethic, and I feel like you guys are gonna be very successful when it comes to your career. Maybe you already are, or you will be, okay, because I'm seeing you here living a really good life because you put in the work, and that also brings you a lot of stability financially. But the way you do things, it almost feels like if you would be like a boss in a company, you have a completely different strategy and technique that would make your business thrive, or that would make your employees like you. You're like the boss that everybody likes. You still have this strict energy to you, like, oh, this is something that needs to get done, this is something that needs to get done. Okay, so you have like a very dominant energy to you, but it's a different way of dominant. It's a soft dominance, but it's as powerful as your power is somehow different. I'm also hearing this, I'm hearing, guys, we talked about this in the beginning where I said, I'm hearing that you are saying you don't have to do it like that. Why do you think you have to do it like that? So there's something about the way it is traditionally done, and then you bring a new strategy or a new technique or a new concept or a new viewpoint to the table. With the Fool card, there's something about the way you function on planet Earth, specifically when it comes to like work ethic, or when it comes to it feels like your confidence, your power, your strength comes from a different source. It is not this harsh energy. Your confidence or your strength comes from softness. It feels like as if, I'm going to give an example what I'm talking about. So let's say you are a boss in a company. The way you make people, or the way you make your employees do a good job is by complimenting them, by loving them, or by showing them appreciation, and they would be happy to go to work because they know that you are a very loving boss. You still say, oh, that was a mistake and that was a mistake, but you have a way of not attacking people as you do that. And therefore, your company would thrive because you actually have employees that feel like, calm, or that feel like peaceful coming to work. Does that make sense? So the way you seduce people is something about like your work ethic, or you bring a new concept. You're talking about new concepts, very innovative, okay? There's something about, we don't have to do it the way it has been done the last 10 or 20 years. We can do it in a different way. Okay, you open your lover up to doing things in a different way and seeing even more success, or overcoming problems from a different viewpoint here. I'm also hearing you help, or the way you seduce people is you make their fantasies come true. I don't know what that means, but for your lover or for the person that you're thinking about, you're kind of like a fantasy that came true. There's something about a fantasy coming true, or you being able to make fantasies come true, or you're the type of person to say, like some people say that's not possible. You would be the person, well, maybe there is a way to make it possible. Your open-mindedness, we talked about it, right? Hearing you bring balance to a very chaotic world. So how you seduce people is you bring order. You see, we talked about it. It's something like you help people to get their life together, or to bring things in order, or to understand what it is all about or the bigger picture. There's something about how you bring order into conflicting situations. You would also be the type of person, if you had a partner that went through something traumatizing, you would heal them from it. Bringing order into a chaotic situation, into a chaotic world. And the way you do that is by bringing the analytical mind, but also the heart and the intuition into it. That's what makes you a mega mind. What makes you a mega mind, I think what is going to be extremely seductive to your future spouse, your lover, whoever, whatever, is your intelligence. Okay, it's not just based upon books, it's also based upon intuition, it's based upon psychic abilities, it's based upon understanding yourself, and then you understand other people as well. Okay, there's something about, I'm also hearing you're very, very sexy and seductive, especially in arguments, but I'm not talking about like fighting, I'm talking about like agreeing to disagree, where two people have two different opinions, and the way you express your opinion makes people think, and you make people understand maybe like conflicting concepts of some sort. Okay. Why are you so seductive? We have the beauty card here. We have yearning. Makes you so seductive. And we have farewell to the moon. The card says, appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles, but farewell. You see, the farewell card brings me back to there's a different way this can be done. Let's live a life that is not like our tradition. Let's do things that are untraditional. Let's think of it, you know, like you're the type of person to find happiness in rain, or to find, I'm hearing there's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. So you have a way of to perceive something, but to also see the opposite of it. There's something about the way your mind works is fucking like, it's amazing. Okay, we have here yearning. It says longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. What makes you so seductive again is how you love people without making them feel suffocated. There's something about you switch things up. You know, let's say this is like a very simple example, but this has always been cooked with coconut milk, and then you say, well, let's try soy milk or something like that. There's something like, I don't know, it's your mind. It is your mind, and how you challenge other people's mind. You're a challenge. What makes you so seductive is that you are a challenge. What's going on here? What makes you so seductive? Queen of Pentacles. Wow, again, there's something about, I don't know if you're good at making money, okay? There might be an energy where you're like very career driven, where you're really like, you want to become your own boss. Maybe that's why I talked about it. Or there's something about, it's either that you have a lot of knowledge about health, mentally, physically, and emotionally, what one needs in order to be healthy on mind, body, and spirit, okay? Or like I'm feeling like a very healthy energy in a very unhealthy world. Now it brings me to a quote that I do like to use here and there in my readings when it comes up, but the quote says, "It is no To be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society is no measure of health. There's something about health. It almost feels like you are a healthy individual in a very broken world. Now, I'm not talking about perfect, but there's something about you know how to heal yourself, or you know what your body needs in order to be healthy, mind, body, and spirit. And you also help other people to do healthy choices or something like that. But with the Queen of Pentacles, if it is not that, then it really is that you are really, really good at making money or very business oriented. It's like you know how to work with the capitalistic energy on planet Earth without being part of it, without being part of this toxic dynamic. But you still know how to work your way through it. Does that make sense? So you still know how to make money, how to become successful without becoming shallow or without becoming like greedy. Okay? What makes you so seductive? What's going on here? What makes you so seductive? Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. I'm hearing you see through the bullshit. There's something about calling out the bullshit, seeing through the bullshit, speaking up when bullshit is happening, even with your partner. Like you're gonna challenge them if they do or say something where you're like, come on now, you know, like take your mask off. Like what is going on here, you know? But let's see, what is the Seven of Swords about here? Six of Swords. Oh, uh-huh. Oh. So what makes you so seductive is that you talk about the bullshit that nobody wants to talk about. Let's talk about like climate change. Let's talk about toxic relationships. Let's talk about why people become narcissists. Let's talk about like a, you know, like a toxic childhood. Let's talk about all of that. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about the ugly. Let's talk about the uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's talk about the uncomfortable. You're somebody, you want to hear the ugly truth. You no longer live a lie. You're so truthful that it seduces people. Your truth seduces people. That you speak your truth and that you... That's so amazing, man. What is the Eight of Swords about here? What's the Eight of Swords about? I'm hearing what is so seductive about you. That you are not a do you say sellout? You know, like, we live in a very capitalistic world, and again, you know how to make it work for yourself. I don't know what that means, okay? You know how to function, you know how to make your money, you know how to create wealth. Even if you feel like you're not quite there yet, you will be, okay? You're in the process of becoming that person. But at the same time, you're not a sellout. So that means you there's something about you always speak the truth, or you are very, very truthful in a very performative world, is what I'm hearing. You're very truthful in a very performative world where a lot of people wear a mask. What is the Eight of Swords about? Three of Swords. Okay. If you've noticed that you trigger people just by being you, that's why. You trigger people's mask, or you trigger people's lie. Yeah. You're diving deep into the subconscious mind of people. and of the person that you're thinking about. With the Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords, there's something about you being a healthy partner, or you being... I'm hearing I'm over the toxicity, I'm over the false self-confidence. I'm over trying to look better than another guy, or trying to look better than another woman. I'm over that. It's almost like you're over your own ego. Like you don't care about that anymore. You don't want to look better than another person. You don't need to show off. And that's what makes it so freaking sexy. You're sexy because you don't need to show off. You're sexy. You're so seductive because you're over that. You're over like posting quotes to prove a point or prove your value. You're over that. You're over the whole bullshit. I'm feeling like you are very mature. What makes you so seductive is your maturity. Okay? What makes you so seductive? And I'm hearing you penetrate the mind of other people. Is your seductive energy? Yeah, there's something about you are over your own ego. I don't know how else to explain it. Yeah, and that's what makes you so incredibly sexy. You do not give a fuck anymore to look beautiful or like better than other people. You don't give a fuck about being more successful than other people. You do not give a shit about, I don't know, having a lot of money. I mean, yeah, you would enjoy it, but it's not about like, ooh, I'm gonna brag about it and stuff like that. There's something about like, you don't give a fuck about a lot of things that people still care about, that comes from an egotistical place. But again, your confidence is different. It's not what you look like, it's your intelligence, it's your intuition, it's you feeling like you have a purpose in life, or you are on your journey to find your purpose here. I'm hearing you seduce people by challenging them. Isn't that interesting? You seduce people when you have heated discussions, when you debate about certain things. You seduce people by not doing what society wants from you. You are seducing people by challenging society and what is normal, what is traditional. You seduce. Your seduction comes from how good you know yourself. Meaning, you know what color looks good on you if we look at the shallow aspects, but it's still like, a beautiful flower is a beautiful flower, right? But you know what looks good on you, you know what you believe in, you know what you don't believe in, you know what is important to you, you know what is not important to you. It's like, you know who you are. That's your confidence here, man. Your seduction comes from being focused on you. You mind your own business rather than looking what other people are doing. So I would even say you're not the type of person to get too much sucked into like social media or posting stuff in order to show somebody something. This is really about like, you got to know yourself so much that you know how you can express the beauty of your soul. Okay, so there's something about, because you focus on yourself, you become the best version of yourself, and it really attracts like a partner to you, or like a person to you that you see, because you are yourself, you also give people the freedom to be themselves as well. Makes it so seductive. It's because you focus on yourself. You focusing on yourself, you focusing on your own business makes you seductive. It makes you incredibly seductive here. every time you have a passionate opinion about something, that's the moment where you are the sexiest, when you have like a passionate opinion or like a very strong opinion about something, or when you are challenging society, or when you reject what society tells you is normal. So you living a life out of the box, or you not agreeing with certain things that are normal, that's what makes you so incredibly sexy. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. I'm hearing you are going to probably attract somebody that is very weird and quirky. And what I mean by that is you're probably going to attract somebody that doesn't really fit in society, but that's what you're gonna like because you also don't really fit into it. I mean, maybe even if you have like a conservative normal job and whatever, there's still something about you that is like really, I'm feeling like you have like a cheeky energy of like, just because society does that, it is not the reason that I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? It's like a sassy energy that I pick up here. Okay, you seduce your lover, your future spouse, whoever it is, by seeing through the bullshit, talking about it, or speaking your mind, or really going against the stream. Really going against the stream is what I'm picking up here. And you don't care about competition. That's another thing that makes you extremely sexy. Like, you know, I'm the bomb.com, and there's no competition because I am me and I am a unique flower. Even if you're not quite there yet, you're gonna get there, okay? This could even be like describing a future version of yourself. Okay, beautiful pie number 3. I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with it. I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.